Salutations, everyone. And just remember, it's not about money. It's about sending a message. That's the purpose with these lessons. All right, so here's where we are at. We are now going to be covering how to play Gates of Babylon on guitar, the chorus. So this will be technically part 3. And prior to that, I need to correct literally one small, minuscule thing that I erred upon with the last lesson. Literally one note. So we have to correct one note. All right? So no big deal. It isn't anything major, but I did notice there was one wrong note. In the ending scale that we ended the pattern with for the verse for the Gates of Babylon. All right? So I think it best right now, what we're going to do initially is we're going to do a review of how to play the Gates of Babylon on Guitar by Rainbow. And we will start with a quick review of the intro and then into both aspects of the verse, meaning the first half and the second half of the verse are identical except how they end. Okay? The scale phrase that ends each of those parts, part 1 of the verse, part 2 of the verse, are distinctly different. And then we will get into the chorus. All right? And that will be it for this particular lesson. And then the next one will, of course, be the monster, the guitar solo. All right? So, let us begin, as I indicated, with a review. Okay? And I'm using my sawtooth now because, why? Well, during the chorus, there are some chords that it's impossible to play upside down on my V. So, got to use my good old lefty. All right. So, here's where we're at, right? The intro. Okay, that's phrase 1 of the intro. Phrase 2. Okay. And then the intro ends with phrase 1. And now we're into that, his gypsy minor scale, right? Okay. Now, we are into the first half of the verse, all right? So, the first 2 phrases of the verse are identical to the first 2 phrases of the intro, all right? Which is this. Now, verse or phrase 3, all right, is going to be so it's identical to 2. However, we're not going to end on the 10th fret. We're ending on the 9th fret of the D, if you recall. Okay, phrase 4 is no open E. We're not pedaling on the E. This one is... All right. So one quick review up to phrase 4. And now we are on phrase 5, okay? Which is the same as 3. Oh, I'm sorry. No. Phrase 5 is the same as 2. So, once again. Okay, phrase 5 now is, in fact, the one where we go up to the 10th fret, which is the same as the second phrase, all right? So I apologize about that, but again, correcting myself. All apologies, everyone. All right, now we're on to phrase 6. Phrase 6 is the same as phrase 1. Phrase 7 is the Gypsy minor scale, at least for the first half of the first verse, okay? Which, again, is this. All right, now, for the second half of the first verse, what happens is we do everything we just did. Identically, everything we just did, okay? The only difference is, once you get to phrase 7, how that's going to end, which this is the mistake I made with the previous video, literally one note, I was showing doing this. Well, it's not ending here on the 7th fret of the low E, but rather the 8th fret of the low E. So it's... And that's literally what it is. So again, with this part of the verse, we're just going... everyone, so there you have it. That is the intro and the first 2 parts of the verse. All right, now Richie gets into some chords for the chorus. All right, which what we're going to do is we're going to be using B minor. All right, and it's really funky, like he's doing like a... really funky rhythm, you know. These are the chords, but I don't have the funk that Richie Blackmore has, so I apologize about that. You guys are going to have to experiment with that on your own by listening to the track, all right? So then he's going to go down to a G, okay, which is bar all the strings, take your ring finger and go to the A string on the 5th fret, pinky also on the 5th fret of the D, and the middle finger right here on the G string on the 4th fret. Okay, and that's your G. And then we're going to move up here to A minor. So you're going to bar all the strings once again, and ring finger on the A string on the 7th fret. Pinky also on the 7th fret of the D, and again. All right, now we're going to do some single notes, which is going to be from 10, 9 to 7 on the A string. Okay, so as a quick review of that is this. All right, now, following that, we go back to the chords, all right? Now, we're going to go to the 2nd fret here, and we're going to bar from the A string down, and we're going to use the ring finger to bar the D and the G, and then we're going to use the pinky on the B string here, and basically this is a B minor again. So now we're going to do some more funky picking with this. And then we're going to follow that up with some single notes here. So okay, so 2nd fret of the A, 3rd fret of the A. Back to the 2nd fret of the A, and then hit it open. So, and then middle finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. All right, so, and then open again on the A, just like that. That's the ending 3 notes. So again, to break this up, it's and then, okay, one more time. All right, now we have 4 more chords before we head to the close of the verse. All right, and that is, we're going to go to the A minor chord, right? Now we're going to do this very weird chord, which is bar from the D string down, so the top 4 strings, all right? And basically your ring finger is going to be on the D string on the 7th fret, and your middle finger is going to be on the B string on the 6th fret, okay? All right, and then we're going to go to a D minor chord, so you're going to bar from the A down, ring finger on the D string on the 7th fret, pinky on the G string on the 7th fret, middle finger on the B on the 6th fret, okay? So, and then back to the A minor. All right, so those chords once again are now the last riff single note pattern, okay, of the chorus before what ends up happening is going back to repeating the main riff, all right, which happens a lot in this song. All right, so now the difference is we're going to do the same pattern we had just previously done, which is, and there's the difference. The difference is the first time we did this, we went, and then we stop. This one goes like this. All right, everyone. So there you have it. The intro, the first 2 parts or 2 halves of the whole being the verse and the chorus. All right. So I hope you guys are enjoying this as much as I am teaching it to you. And next we have the phenomenal, masterful guitar solo from Ritchie Blackmore, the Guitar Wizard. And we will be covering that in its entirety. It may end up being 2, possibly 3 parts, because it is a long one. And I will see you very soon with that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you are thoroughly enjoying, once again, how to play the Gates of Babylon on guitar by Rainbow. And please, like, share, subscribe, post some comments. Help me out, everyone. That way I will be found in the algorithmic search engine of the YouTube, which I could definitely use some assistance in that area. Thank you very much, and I will see you very soon. Have a great one, everyone. Take care. And next, the guitar solo for Gates of Babylon. Have a great one.